is shooting up rather quickly. Now your heart kind of juggles.
Breathing.
You starting to feel like you're getting a little winded?
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody who was in moderate aerobic shape in their 70s wouldn't have been there that quickly.
Not one girl is able to complete the 9-minute test.
Okay, girls, so it was a 9-minute test, and I've taken that test. It's not the easiest test in the world, but you guys could not complete it. Is that a little bit of a wake-up, possibly? Possibly? Okay, well, with us is Dr. Carrie Peterson. She's an internist and a medical advisor to Healthy Nation who oversaw the teens' medical exams. So can you give us the results of the exams for the girls?
Sure. I'll start with the weights. Let's start first with Aubrey. Aubrey's 16 years old and she's 5'4", and the appropriate weight for Aubrey would be 142 pounds. Aubrey's weight was 401 pounds, which means that she is 250 pounds overweight.
Okay.
Next, we'll go to Kylan.
Now, Kylan, I know you say you don't weigh yourself. Why you don't weigh yourself? Because you don't want to see what that number is?
Yeah.
Okay. You ready to see it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so Kylan is 17 and she's 5'4½". The appropriate weight for Kylan would be 143 pounds, and Kylan's weight is 290 pounds, which means that she is 147 pounds overweight.
What I like about the weights that you're saying, it's not some skinny actress ideal weight.
That's right.
You're
Right.
saying 5'4" and 140 something
right.
pounds is a nice size. It's not somebody that's super duper skinny.
You look at body mass index, and in kids, you also look at their age and their sex.
Okay.
And there's a formula you
Got
use.
it. Okay. Megan, are you ready, Megan?
Okay.
You ready? Okay.
Megan's 12, and she's 5'5½". The appropriate weight for Megan is 131 pounds, and Megan's weight is 238 pounds, which means that she's 107 pounds overweight.
Okay.
And then finally, Danielle. Danielle is 16. She's 5'3", and the appropriate weight for Danielle would be 138 pounds, and Danielle's weight is 395 pounds, which means that she's 257 pounds overweight.
Is it possible for them to lose the weight, to get healthy?
Oh, absolutely.
I think it's important for them to hear that. It's going to take time. It's not overnight.
It may take time, but every one of these girls, if they make good lifestyle choices, can absolutely lose weight.
What did you learn from their current condition, their health, and for future risks?
All right, so we'll start with Aubrey. What I learned about Aubrey is, first off, when I examined her, as may have been mentioned in the tape, she had some signs of early diabetes on the back of her neck.
I didn't. First of all, I've seen people, family members, friends, that have the darkness. Haven't we guys all seen that on people? I did not know. I thought that was just like hyperpigmentation. I even thought it was scrubbing the neck too hard. I swear I thought that.
It's got a fancy name. It's called acanthosis nigrans, and it occurs in girls or adults who have a predisposition to diabetes.
Wow. Okay. Got it.
Actually, my grandma made me scrub my neck for a long time. She thought it was dirt on there.
So she did?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I was like, I can't, it won't come off. So I went to the doctor, and that's what
So now you know.
Yeah.
Got it.
What I found in her blood work through Sunrise is that her insulin levels were elevated. This is consistent with a condition called insulin resistance, which is a problem metabolizing sugar. And insulin resistance has a very high risk down the road for developing diabetes and actually infertility. So these are the things that I'm concerned about for Aubrey.
Do you think you might want to have a baby one day when you're old enough? Old enough?
I don't know.
You don't know? Exactly, but you want to be able to have that option to
Yeah.
say that you want to or not want to, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be right back.
And later,
The only thing I'm going to have you do is homework. And on average, you're probably going to lose about 2 to 3 inches a week. And you're not going to do it by monitoring calories. You're going to monitor just sugar and carbohydrates, girls.
I'm with young girls who are more than 100 pounds, and and in some cases more than 200 pounds overweight. Joining us is one of America's leading weight loss experts and a friend of the Tyra Show, Jorge Cruz.
Hey, Tyra.
So, Jorge, you've been listening to these girls, their stories, their personal stories, the test results, the stress test. What is your reaction?
Yeah, no, I'm concerned. I mean, as you guys, I mean, you remember, Tyra, I mean, I was overweight, and I struggled with my weight when I was a little kid, and I grew up in a Mexican-American family, and there I am, I was chubby, and I used to eat at McDonald's a lot, and there I'm caught in the act at McDonald's, and I was an emotional eater. You know, my dad was not around a lot, and I work with a lot of people who, for some reason, something's missing, and food becomes a good friend, because it never lets us down. At least it never did me. And so it's about making a connection to food as something that empowers you, not disempowers you, because you can make food work for you. It can be your best friend, but in a way where you're in control. And so, you know, we're going to be kind of showing the girls some options on a new program I have that I've never really shared with anyone. So I'm excited. I think there's going to be great hope. And the Belly Fat Cure program that we're going to share with them is all about really changing your decisions to empower your health and knowing that sugar and carbohydrates are the key to that. This program, the Belly Fat Cure, ladies, it's not your fault, the reason you're here. I mean, in the sense of the condition with your health, it's about really empowering yourself by making smarter decisions, what I call eating smarter instantly, by learning this thing. And it's about measuring and balancing. You're not going to be counting calories. You're not going to be weighing yourself. The only thing I'm going to have you do is homework. I brought a tape measure. This is something you're going to take with you, all right? And we're going to measure the waist once a week. And on average, you're probably going to lose about 2 to 3 inches a week, and probably 5 to 6 pounds in the first couple of weeks, every week. And you're not going to do it by monitoring calories, but you're going to monitor. And the only thing you're going to track, I brought something to give you, girls. Here you go, one for you. This is all you need. This is a little Belly Fat Cure checkbook planner. And you're going to monitor just sugar and carbohydrates, girls. And our goal is, and we'll show you in the next segment how we can do that, how you all can do that, but that's the only thing you have to track, because on average, most of us are overeating too much sugar and not enough carbohydrates for the fiber.
We're going to show you guys how to eat healthy when we come back, all right? And it's not going to be the starvation diet that nobody can follow.
No.
Because I can't even do that, okay? We'll be right back. Battling obesity, and before the break, fitness guru Jorge Cruz offered to mentor the girls and guide them through his revolutionary new weight loss program, the Belly Fat Cure. So explain the Belly Fat Cure, Jorge.
Well, it's a new program I have coming out next year in 2010, but I have a lot of San Diego folks on it. So these girls, I'm going to mentor them for 8 weeks on this program. In America, most people, when they think of health, they think they got to go count calories. This program is not about counting calories, and it's not about dieting, because diets do not work. Listen to America. No more dieting. You got to stop the dieting. It's a lifestyle. So what this program does is the average American consumes 186 grams of sugar, and they get 1 or 2 servings of carbs a day in the sense of the complex fiber.
Wait, this much sugar a day?
A day. And our girls, unfortunately, after looking at their diets, are doing about twice that amount.
Wow.
Now, when you have too much sugar, guess what happens to your body? Your body's leptin levels. Leptin is like, sounds kind of like the word leprechaun, leptin.
Is it
you got to
green?
know this word. When it drops, because we produce this naturally, you lose control of your appetite, and you gain belly fat. And our goal with the Belly Fat Cure is to lose belly fat, and what we're going to be shooting for is about 15 grams of sugar a day. Now, you may look at this and say, that's crazy, but I've got some foods that are going to work here, because here's what happens. Once you get rid of the sugar, guess what too much sugar does when you eat it in your diet? When it's hidden, for the most part, it's hidden. It acts as a cement, kind of like a binding, and it creates the other type of belly fat we don't want, which is false belly fat, in your intestines, if you know what I mean, ladies. Your poop gets stuck. And
I thought you were going to say our poop gets fatty.
Well, no. It gets stuck,
really?
and it don't go out. And we want the poop to go out. Remember we did a show on poop once, Tyra? That was a big thing.
Constipation.
So the Belly Fat Cure is all about empowering you through nutrition by eating healthy.
Take us through this food.
So check this out. The average girl that I've worked with and woman will have yogurt, and yogurt is healthy, but most traditional yogurt has 29 grams of sugar, which is unacceptable, because our goal is about 15 grams a day. And that's what on these planners you're going to be tracking.
So what type of yogurt is good?
So this is a lighter one. This one's Fage or Fage.
That's the Greek yogurt.
Yeah, it's
I
Greek.
eat that every single day.
It's super good.
For the last week.
Only 5 grams of sugar.
Lifestyle change.
So check it out. 5 grams of sugar, 29 grams of sugar. Now what you can do to make this sweeter, and this is one of my secrets of the year, one of my finds, this is a Barlean swirl made from flax oil or fish oil. But check this out. You add this to the yogurt. I have some clients that just take it straight up as it's like a smoothie. Who's my volunteer here to taste this?
You're gonna mix it into the yogurt? Or
You can put this in the yogurt like this and blend it in, or check this out, you can have it straight, and this is great for your nails,
Does
your
it taste
joints.
good?
It's phenomenal. Try this,
Okay.
Sarah. Or, okay, who's gonna try it? Drum roll.
Come on, Megan.
Watch this. You ready? Now tell us the truth. If this, remember, this is healthy oil. Does that taste okay? Is it sweet?